I mean, you're not wrong. This is pretty much all I have for streams, so what's up, guys? Good morning, good evening, good night. Hello, hello. What's up, guys? We got Surreal Wolf, McCanny, we got Panzerd, Cetra the Imperishable. Hey, hey, welcome, welcome. Gonna be getting in on some competitive battles in just a moment. Just hanging out in the lobby now here with Riotist. Yep, let's go ahead and switch on over here and we'll say hello, good morning, and yeah, eventually I'm gonna get it so that my chat window is set up like there, kind of, instead of way off to the side. But as it is right now, what's up, Aristo? This is how it's gonna have to be, so I apologize when I'm reading the chat. I'm gonna be looking way over here, but yeah. We got Riotist here. His opponent is going to be coming in just a moment, and he's playing a Vampire Counts player, so yeah, should be interesting. Hello, hello. Have you been playing Battlefleet Gothic? I have been. A little bit. It is certainly a lot of fun. The naval, it's interesting. It almost reminds me of like the naval battles on Warhammer, or not Warhammer, in Total War. It's sort of like a combination of like the gunpowder and the and like Rome 2, right? Because you have obviously a lot of not gunpowder weapons per se, but guns, let's just call them, on the ships, and you know, you have like ramming and stuff too. So in terms of like the strategies and positioning and everything, it really kind of scratches that itch quite well. So yeah, yeah, Warhammer naval battles pretty much. Cool, cool. These guys are now here, and we'll get it going. Glad to hear it, Panzerd. It's certainly a lot of fun. I love casting Total War Warhammer, and I will say this about Battlefleet Gothic: the game is super fun. I've been having a ton of fun playing it. I'm planning on streaming some of it, maybe doing some videos and stuff. But I do really want a replay system. Like we need a replay system there. So yeah, that's just me. But coming from the Total War background, where we've had replays, you know, for forever basically, it's tough to not have them to be able to cast games. So yep. Guys are now here, getting their armies picked. Alright, I think we're just about ready to get rolling. Saspros, Loopy, good to see you guys. Queek, sneaking out of the underway. The Under Empire, I should say. I guess the underway is more of a dwarf thing, but you guys take it over as well. How many players in this cup? So I guess we can go ahead and show this off real quick. If I go ahead and do a bit of this and a bit of that. Okay, so here's the bracket, as you can see. It's currently a round robin. There are 5 rounds. I'm starting a little bit late. We're already on round 3, but it looks like there were, oh gosh, math, number of people. H times 3 number of people potentially signed up. So, yeah, 62 players up here registered. So, yeah, pretty big tournament. So it's a round robin, and then there's also a playoff stage afterwards. So, yep. Go ahead and pop this back up. Move this back over here. Yeah, the single player I haven't tried, I'm going to be honest. I do plan on playing through the campaigns. I don't know if I'll stream them necessarily, but yeah, the game is certainly a lot of fun. It's, yeah, there are some things I wish were a little bit different. The camera controls don't feel super intuitive to me. But again, it's just because I'm so used to Total War, and the fact that the battles are kind of not exactly like Total War, but they're similar in that you kind of pick your army and abilities and then go fight, right? Like it's not like a traditional RTS where you base build and fight at the same time. So we got Davina up in here as well. Awesome. Right on, folks. Right on. And it looks like my stream preview is having an issue on YouTube, so let's go ahead and refresh that, and hopefully it doesn't screw anything up. There we go. Now we're back. Alright, and these guys are loading in. So we'll go ahead and pop this back down. And there we are. Yeah. Yeah, this music is awesome. It's good stuff. Very, very inspiring. Go ahead and fade that out. And, yep, go ahead and do that and that. And now we are locked in. Ready to go here on the Chaos Waste. Tomb Kings versus Vampire Counts. Vampire Counts. Yep. And it's going to be Rightist versus Tank. So, should be interesting. Should be interesting for sure. Let's go ahead and have a look at the builds here. Right off the bat, we've got Rightists, Tomb Kings, Cetra the Imperishable with double Necrotect. Looks like the Necrotechs are going to be healing the Necropolis Knights. These guys do have the construct keyword here, so they can actually be healed by the Necrotechs. So, yep, Necropolis Knights, just the 1 unit, huh? So I guess he's, oh no, 2 units. So he is going to be using all those heals, all the restores on those Necropolis Knights there. Skeleton Archers. We've got Skeleton Spears as well. Looks like, yeah, Warriors. Pretty wide army. This, yeah, Cetra's up on his chariot. In terms of spells, we've got Cursed Blades, Incantation of Desiccation, and, yeah, Blessed Blade. Over here, for the Vampire Counts, for Tank, we've got, let's see here, Blood Dragon Lord, we've got Sternsman, Mortis Engine here, Graveguard with great weapons, plenty of Blood Knights as well, and some zombies up front. So a very tight, small army. Should be interesting to see kind of how the numbers game plays out here. Rightist definitely has a lot wider of an army, but ooh, we do have some Hex Rates. The Chill Guys, in fact, Vanguard deployed out on the flank here. So the sound. Let me just check something here. Let me know, guys. The game sound seems a little bit quiet to me, but it looks like it's how it was before. So. Hello, hello. What's up, Anti-Mage? Good to see you. As always. Hope to see some Bretonnia? Yeah, I'm not sure. I know probably at least a couple people are bringing Bretonnia. In fact, Shetland Apache just casted a game as I was kind of setting up my stuff, getting ready. I was watching his stream, and he was casting a game, Bretonnia versus the Wood Elves. And the Bretonnians pulled out a very narrow victory there. The Wood Elves actually played very, very well. Sarmatian just out of his mind with those manticores, but yeah, hopefully I'll get a game in with Aerocrastic. Yeah, we can probably jump in with a game. Jump in with him for a game. So, yep. Tomb Kings aren't quite as sinister. I feel like the Tomb Kings, it's more like they kind of just got screwed over, right? Which is why they're all undead, but... Yep. Yep. Alright. Got these skelly boys. I love the Tomb King shields, man. Like, I really wish that formations were a thing, because you could see with these big shields, like, them just locking, you know, shoulder to shoulder with a shield wall, and then you have, like, this cutout for them to, like, thrust the spear through. But, unfortunately, no such thing at the moment. But, yeah, battle's getting underway. No long-range skirmish, no Shopti great bows or anything, just a nice defensive position from Rydist. Looks like he's actually going to be shifting his entire army here, potentially trying to take a little bit of a high ground approach. It's interesting. There's not actually that much of a rise there, but just shifting slightly, I guess, to try and bring in these chill guys a little bit closer. The pick of hex rates generally in this matchup is pretty interesting because they do have flaming damage. Granted, Tomb Kings do have quite a bit of magic damage options, but the chill guys actually don't have flaming damage. The Regiment of Renown, it is worth noting, so might be worth bringing regular hex rates in this matchup. I really don't see the chilling aura being super impactful here. Generally, I like the chill guys to chase down skirmish cav because they have 94 speed. They have this chilling aura, so they can easily catch and terrify away most skirmish cav without too much issue. But in this matchup, obviously, Tomb King's cav isn't super fast. Like, even skeleton horseman archers are significantly slower than the chill guys. So, yeah, interesting pick. Maybe I would have taken the regular hex rates, but it does look like the vampires are going to be pulling in on a pretty narrow front here. The Blood Knights kind of pulling in and out, trying to bait some fire, but it looks like they're going to charge in straight into these skeleton warriors, and here comes the counter charge immediately from the Necropolis Knights. They're going to get in here and start to do some good work. The Blood Knights, of course, immediately pulling away. Yeah, they took maybe about 5 to 10% of their HP and damage, but not a whole lot. This is definitely going to hurt, though. Man, that Mortis Engine just is getting caught in a huge crossfire of skeleton archers, and they are going to do some pretty good work. It's going to have to pull away and really won't be able to get involved in melee very much, which is too bad, obviously, with that, with that reliquary binding. You definitely have to be in melee, obviously, now to get effect from that, so going to be a pretty rough situation. Blood Knights are just going heavily after these Necropolis Knights, just face charging in here, trying to collapse through this little gap right here. And it does look like they've actually taken down a couple models there, maybe, potentially. Yep. So, yeah. Nice Invocation of Nehek goes off at the same time as the Realm of Souls, so healing on both sides for both factions. The Hex Rates charged in the side here, trying to get at these Skeleton Archers, probably. But, yeah, they did manage to catch one unit, but then at the same time just getting dragged down by superior numbers. And this is definitely a risk for ethereal units. Not to mention, Cetra himself does do fire damage, and he's rolling through on his chariot, riding all kinds of dirty, you know, getting some halberd sweeps in there. The magical horses here are getting some magic noms, and with that, the hex rates are gone. Those chill guys are offline. Pretty expensive unit too, so things are not looking super great for the vampire counts. I do think that this army was a little bit narrow, and yeah, had too many elite units to really be super viable. It's hard to say though. These Blood Knights are still doing just fine, and that's obviously where the majority of the killing power of this army is. So we'll have to see. Looks like Undeath Resurgent there to give him a little bit more melee defense. The Blood Dragon, is he on foot? Just acting as a support lord, basically? That's pretty interesting. They are going to cut that Undeath Resurgent from him, thankfully. But, yeah, he's going to be pretty tough to take down. So, despite the fact it doesn't look great for the vampire counts right now, they do have some targets that are going to be pretty resilient. It's just a matter of if Rydist can keep his high-value units, like these Necropolis Knights, And obviously the skeleton archer is very important as well. They're going to start shooting at this corpse cart now. Yeah, it's going to be tough. Here comes the Summon Dushabti, though, so that does mean the Tomb Kings don't have any more charges from the Realm of Souls. They should be able to get a rear charge in here and do some pretty good work on these Grave Guard with great weapons. Yeah, there's still quite a few of them as well, so we'll see. The Tomb Kings, they're doing all right now, but as much as they kind of get into this Death Star and try and play this grind game with the vampire counts, it's going to go more and more against them. But Cetra honestly could maybe even charge in on this Mortis Engine with a 100 charge bonus up on his chariot. He does a pretty solid amount of damage, so we'll see. The Blood Knights are the biggest issue right now. They're still just so healthy, having regenerated quite a bit of HP there, and the Necrotech's getting dragged down as well. A little bit unfortunate. I don't think... Oh, there is one more unit. The Necropolis Knights here got hit by that Restore, so yeah, we'll see. It's going to be interesting. Cetra's going to have to be a little bit careful that he doesn't get completely caught out here, but very nice Incantation of Desiccation. You can see it's pretty much giving all of the units in this pocket that standard 26-27 debuff for melee attack and defense. The Vampire counts do counter with the Invocation from the Heck and an Overcast Dance Macabre to give everyone that melee attack buff to at least compensate in that way, but they're still going to be debuffed in terms of their melee defense. And yeah, the Mortis Engine just getting absolutely focus fired here. That Mortis Engine needs to get taken down as soon as possible. He needs to start taking out these different sources of healing, and of course the Mortis Engine is a big one. It looks like the Corpse Cart probably got dragged down by those Necropolis Knights also. But yeah, we'll see. The Blood Knight's still very healthy and could potentially go on a bit of a rampage here, but with the loss of the Mortis Engine, that's one high value target down. Now it's on to probably the Blood Knights. There's still a lot of Sternsmen here too. Oh man, this is going to be tough. I don't know. I don't know if the Tomb Kings have enough in the tank to really take this one out. I was poo-pooing on this this Vampire Counts build, but yeah, just the Blood Dragon on foot is just blending through infantry, and there's really not that much high damage. I guess Cetra's still quite healthy, but we'll see. These Skeleton Archers can get in here and get some good work done. The Blessed Legion's still online as well, able to provide some armor sundering. So they're getting pretty low on ammo, though. Only about four more volleys left, so he's going to have to be pretty smart about how he uses it. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm not really sure what you mean, Rocket Man, if I'm taking players in this tournament, but yeah, oh man, Cetra's potentially going to bait out the Blood Knights here and try and draw them into some spears, but they do get caught up on some Skeleton Warriors instead. So yeah, Cetra, that's it. Cetra, go ahead and just charge in there. With the spear support, you'll be just fine. He can go ahead and turn around and pull away just like that. So a pretty good bait and switch there. Oh, but the vampires get a nice zombie summon to kind of counter that there. Cetra gets a little bit bogged up. He does have the Blessed Blade online. Could potentially go run over the Blood Dragon Lord, but we'll see. These archers are just about out of ammo. The Necropolis Knights have recovered quite a bit of HP from those restores. I believe this other Necrotech did survive, yep. So he was able to get some good work done in that way. So we'll see. These Necropolis Knights, if they can get a good rear charge here, they just don't want to get face charged by those Blood Knights. So yeah, this is great. If these Skeleton Warriors can help support here, oh man, and they do get some Blood Knights bogged in. It's hard to say if the Necropolis Knights really took the full brunt of that charge. It looks like they did take quite a bit of shock damage there, but at the same time, Neru's Incantation of Protection and the Elixir of Might on those Skeleton Spearmen to give them extra melee attack. I really like that, actually. Helm of Discord goes down to debuff those two units, but you can see the damage has been done. Both those Blood Knights are at their healing cap, and now their last few volleys are going to be pushed in from the Skeleton Archers as well, plus the Blessed Legion going to be sundering some armor here, helping these regular old Skeleton Spears be a bit more effective. So we'll see. I think this might be a win. It's still so early to call. There's still just these Sternsmen and a lot of healthy units left, but oh man, the Blood Knights are almost gone. And that's one more, you know, kind of high-value target offline. So Riotous definitely doing a great job keeping things together. It's certainly not easy. But yeah, just some great positioning here, some great use of tactics, bait and switching into these spears, and using them to support the Necropolis Knights. These Necropolis Knights probably ought to pull out of this situation by now, though. They really don't want to fight this vampire just straight up in melee. And I think that these Blood Knights are both crumbling, so yeah, might as well just disengage there. But I'm a little bit worried about this group of 70 Sternsmen here. I guess Cetra does fire damage on his chariot plus a ton of AP, so yeah, maybe I shouldn't be so worried. Oof, absolutely beautiful. Another nice drive-by sweep there. And yeah, that actually did some solid damage, all things considered. So you know, if Cetra can stay alive and just continue to cycle charge this infantry blob while the Blood Dragon gets circle beaten without support, if he can get zombie support on himself, he'll do okay actually against these Necropolis Knights. But without any support at all, he's just going to get continuously stagger locked like this. So yeah, I think the Tomb Kings might have just pulled it out with that, with finishing off those Blood Knights. I don't think that they can really stop Cetra at this point. And oh man, how about the Duel of the Fates right here, the Necrotect up against the Necromancer. Oh man, this is what everyone wants to see as Undead fly past from a nice rear charge. Necrotect, I think, just went down to crumbling, but he did quite a bit of damage to that Necromancer, so all things considered, pretty good stuff at the end of the day. Necropolis Knights got a good charge there, and you can see those Sternsmen starting to take damage, and yeah, I think the Tomb Kings will be able to pull this out. We'll see, but whew. What's up, Reptile King? We got Alexandro. Thanks, man. Glad to hear it. Oh man, yep. Yeah, we'll see. This Blood Dragon still, man, he's a tanky dude. But the Sternsmen are just about gone. The Necromancer's just about gone. So I think that's pretty much it. So GG. Wow, man, that was wild. That was a wild game. Undead on Undead, and the Tomb Kings coming out on top. Very well played, Rydist. I know Rydist is a just excellent Tomb Kings player. Really, I think he actually won a recent tournament. I know I showed off a couple of his replays, but I want to say he actually won that tournament with the Tomb Kings. So yeah, impressive stuff. Impressive stuff. Cetra on the chariot, the ultimate chariot lord here. Oh yeah. Just doing a burnout constantly everywhere he goes, just spinning tires. Oh man, Blood Dragon's getting some hang time, and let's all watch this. I know there's a lot of, I don't know that I want to call it necessarily hatred, but a lot of ill will towards the Blood Dragon Lord, so I'm sure a lot of people are going to be enjoying this quite a bit, just watching him get chucked around, run over, chucked around some more. Just a bad day for the Blood Dragon. He's got the Incantation of Desiccation on him. Getting nommed by undead horses. I wonder why, Frodo. I wonder why. Oh man, fun. Well played. Well played indeed. That was awesome. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, man, 91 kills on the Blood Dragon on foot, just wrecking through infantry. 175 on those Sternsmen. Those Graveguard got a ton as well. But, yeah, the Hex Race, these Chill guys, only 12 kills on a unit that's pretty expensive. I think that was a pretty big loss right there. If he would have cut that and just brought more chaff, probably could have pulled out a win there, honestly. But 232 kills for Cetra. Holy guacamole. Necrotechs also got some okay kills. Skeleton Warriors did decently. The Skeleton Archers didn't get a whole lot of kills, but they did help take down some high-value targets, so that was nice. And these Necropolis Knights, especially the one unit, 2 XP chevrons, 59 kills. Great stuff, great stuff. So, yep. Let's go find ourselves another game here. Pop this up here just so that I don't accidentally give someone's build away. We'll go get some hacks going. See you, Tasbros. Thanks for joining. Good to have you. Ooh, Energize versus Sarmatian, huh? Let's see if we can find one of Aerocrastic's games. I don't know who he's playing. Oh, it looks like he's actually currently in a game right now. So, Yep, let's jump in here with someone. I think that round 3's pretty much done. We'll see. My bracket's having some issues, so I can't really see who's playing who, but we'll find a lobby here. Okay. Nah, looks like, okay, so no one's on to their round 4 games yet, and for round 3, we still got some people playing, so yeah, we'll see if I can find one here. Let's see. Halo versus Ceramis, huh? That should be a good one. Let's jump in on here. And yeah, we'll see about that. See if we can't get in on Aerocrastics next game here, but good morning, Tyrant. Good to see you. Ceramation? Yeah, we could jump in with Ceramation. I think he's playing Wood Elves, I want to say. So, yep. Let's see. Just checking out the bracket here. So if we pull this over and have a look, you can see this is the second round, or sorry, 4th round games. So let's see here. Ceramation is going to be playing Energized. Okay, so that lobby is the lobby that we should join. Yeah, okay. Get some elite hacks going here. And we'll pop this bad boy back up. Yep. So at this point, we're just kind of hanging out a little bit. Just, yeah, waiting for the next round to get rolling here. So we hope y'all are doing well. Yeah, Kevlar is an odd one for sure. Should we get some music going here? Let's get some of this. Pop it up like that, and oh yeah, there we go. There we go. All right, and as we get these guys in, I am gonna go grab a quick drink of water, and I'll be right back. Let's see if I can find. There it is. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay. So it looks like Examination has not popped into the lobby yet, so we are actually going to find another lobby. Just to see if we can't get a game in real quick. Ah, looks like Aerocrastic has got his next one up, so let's go ahead and see. I think we're just waiting on a couple, but yeah, we did have a request for Bretonnia, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop into this guy right here. Okay, and we can pop this back over. Oh, that's kind of bothering me. There we go. That's much better. Alright. Get caught up on the chat here. Yeah, we're gonna jump in with Arrow here because I did have a request for Bretonnia, and he is playing. Yep. Yeah, the tournaments are mostly community-led. There have been just the Ever-Chosens have been officially sponsored by Creative Assembly, but hopefully someday we can get our own like full-on league. I mean, if Farming Simulator can have an esports league, we can have an esports league, right? Right? Come on, CA, G-dubs. Yep. Macrox. It is my family crest, in fact. So, my dad's side of my family, I should say, is, our lineage is from southern Spain, and, that crest is our family crest. So, yep. I will keep you company in the shower. That sounds wrong somehow, Tyrant. Doesn't have to be wrong. Could be very right. Yep. It's super cool. It's super cool. So. All right. Caleb, that's one of my thumbnails from. So, quick tip, secret for all of you guys who are here, super secret. A lot of my thumbnails for streams are just old thumbnails from videos that I recycle. So, like, yeah, so like, I just totally lost my train of thought. Southern Spain is where the Moors are. Yes, indeed. Reconquista and all that. There's a town in southern Spain in particular that shares my last name, and, you know, there's like a cool castle there and stuff, so it's pretty cool. I love the architecture in southern Spain. It's amazing. I've only ever looked at pictures, never actually been there, but it's on my list, certainly. Absolutely. But yeah, thumbnails. That's what I was talking about. Thumbnails. Yeah, that one is from I don't know, back in the summer, I want to say. But yeah. Yep. Yeah, we're real Knights Templar in Spain. Oh yeah, for sure. Da-da-da. People are talking to me. Oh yeah, reptile. Oh man. What is it? Just like a bunch of snakes. I will say though, it might be kind of hard to tell, but the two, like, it's a gold, you know, kind of gold thing, a gold bar, and it's like two the heads of two snakes like facing each other, like facing off. So yeah. 3 dolphins. That's kind of cool. Favorite Space Marine chapter? For loyalists, I'm gonna have to go with Grey Knights probably. I know Grey Knights, but I like the helmets. And you know, the fact that they can all do psychic powers is also pretty cool. For Trader Legions, probably Thousand Suns. Again, the helmets and the psyker stuff. So yeah, I guess kind of a theme there, but 3-leveled fountain, that's cool. Imperial Fists are just like, they just seem so vanilla. Yeah, they're, yeah, Summation and, yeah, Submersion and Infiltration are still playing right now, and we're actually waiting on both of them, so. They're the only ones, I think? No, there's still a couple more from that round that haven't finished. But, yeah, Slade and Void Lulls are also still finishing, so yeah, we've got just a couple still finishing up here. Yeah, it's all about the hats. It's all about the hats and the helmets for me, for sure. For sure. I do like the Tzeentch demons. Like Sarthrel, obviously, being one of my favorite legendary lords for Total War Warhammer is, yeah. He's a cool dude. Definitely a pretty cool dude, so. Tzeentch, I would have to say, is probably going to be my go-to for his demons, assuming they have demons divided up between the 4 Chaos Gods for Game 3. I do think that that Tzeentch is, yeah, going to be my go-to. Obviously, I'll play all of them for the channel, but yeah, I like Tzeentch aesthetically the most, I should say. Ever played Monster Hunter? No, I have not. I just, the art style of the game doesn't appeal to me too much, and the gameplay, I mean, it looks fun, but that, I don't know, that kind of boss rush, grindy, In this day and age, when there's so many different things taking up my time, it's just, yeah, it's not something I want to necessarily put too much time into. So, certainly a fun game, though. Don't let me rain on your parade if you like it, but just not my thing. Not my thing. No, like, it's interesting. A lot of anime, like, I'm just not a fan of anime art style. I don't know. Again, it just, like, I don't hate it necessarily, and I don't, like, have something against people who like it, but it's just, it's not my thing. It's the same thing with, like, comic books and superheroes and, like, that whole, I don't know, it's just not my gig. Never really appealed to me. I do like medieval fantasy, and I really, really like history. Pretty much historical anything of any kind is right up my alley, so, yep. Good, Reptile King, good. It kind of depends, Wesley. The thing is, with the Total War Warhammer ladder, like, a lot of the top tournament players don't even play ladder that much because the quality of your opponents is variable, to say the best, to say the least. Sometimes you get good games, sometimes you don't. Oftentimes you get people, well, I shouldn't say oftentimes, occasionally, very rarely, you get people doing things like corner camping or draw kiting, or so some of them are quite high ranked on ladder, certainly, but some of them probably aren't ranked maybe at all on ladder. They may not have played any quick battles and only played lobby, pre-scheduled lobby battles, basically. So yeah. History of anime. See, if you made like a documentary about the history of anime, I would probably watch that. Not gonna lie, I would probably watch that. Or like if you did a documentary about the history of like, like a biography about Stan Lee and, creating superheroes. I'd probably watch that too. But I'm not gonna like even like the Avengers movies and just the Marvel and DC universes movies. Not really my thing. If I'm going to spend money and time on something, it's going to be something else, I would say. So, like Total War Warhammer, obviously. Yeah, most tournament players could get to 100 easy if they wanted to. It's just... And I kind of get it. Like, recently, in the past couple of months, I haven't been playing that much ladder just because I haven't been enjoying it as much as I used to. Yeah, Wesley, it's... and that's the other thing, too, is because of the way the lobby matchmaking works, you could potentially, like, a high-level player could draw a low-level player. Happens all the time, so, yeah. Yeah. Absolutely, Wesley. And, I mean, these tournaments are open to anyone. I mean, you don't have to be a veteran to join. So... If Aristodemos, I don't know if he's around. Aristo, if you're still around, if you're lurking somewhere, if you want to drop a link to the tournament Discord, or else I guess I can while we're waiting. I'm not actually doing anything right now, so I think I can invite people. I'm an admin. I hope I can invite people. Okay, so... Oh, you are around. Well, that's okay. There's a link to the tournament Discord, Wesley, so if you want to join there, people will announce when they're holding tournaments there, and most tournaments are open to pretty much anyone, so even if you're a relatively new player, it's one of the best ways to learn, is play in a tournament, and then if you can... another good thing to do is play with a lot of the tournament players in that Discord, and most of them are friendly enough that they'll sit and voice chat with you, play a few games, or if you don't want to voice chat, that's fine too. They'll just chat with you afterwards and let you know what they thought about the match, build tactics, kind of help you fine-tune things, help you learn. It's a very, very uplifting community, I'll say. So yeah. Well, Zach. I don't know how well this is going to show up on camera, but I don't know if you guys can see my fingers are all calloused, starting to get there. This one is all nasty, and yeah, been jamming like 3 to 4 hours a day with my band over the past week, so yeah, that's been amazing. Let's check something. I'm just curious if, let's see. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Rudy, if you want to, if you're in the tournament Discord, if you just want to, if he's not responding in the Find Your Opponent chat, if you just want to ping him there, if he doesn't respond there, I want to say it's within like 15 minutes. I don't know. But yeah, that'll be the place to go. So, yep. Yep, play the bass guitar. We have a band, and I'm not trying to be super cocky or anything, but we do sound pretty good. Yeah, Ridus has been waiting forever too. I don't know what it is. There's just been a couple games this past round that I don't know if they just took a long time in between matches, or if the games themselves are dragging out super hard, but there's something going on with a couple of these games that are just that are delaying a lot of people. So let's see. Yeah, the Sarmatian versus Infiltration. I don't know what the deal is there. And then there's 3 other games: Pippington versus Crusader, Shaitan versus Soder, and Yekto versus Arbiter. A-Move Hacker versus Cypher. I know there's been some issues with finding opponents and stuff, so yeah. Dragging a little bit here, but yeah, Zach, understandable. Right? I want to watch Arrow too. Yeah. We gotta get some games going here. That's all right. His opponent is Infiltration. He is currently, so if we have a look here, we can look at what the holdup is. So yeah, Infiltration is supposed to be playing Sarmatian right now, and this is the game that it's taking, one of the games that's taking a while. So yep, if we go back to number 3 here. I don't know, Zero. You'd have to ask Shetland that one. I think I prefer Challenge, honestly, but it's not my tournament, not my decision. This is fine too. I mean, it's not like it's bad, but and it's probably just that I'm more familiar with Challenge, which is why I like it better. But I think the reason that Shetland did it is because you could do a playoff on this one. I want to say maybe you can on Challenge as well. I actually don't know, but yep. Caleb, I knew about Warhammer, like I knew what it was. I've never played the tabletop, but I knew what it was. I knew a tiny bit about the universe, but then yeah, Total War Warhammer has really brought that to the next level for me, for sure. So, okay, Risto, makes sense. Ah, interesting. That's kind of cool. Okay, let me switch this over here. One sec, I've got to go shut my window over there, and I'll be right back. Just give me a minute. Okay. So, somebody want to check what's animation, maybe? I don't know if I have them on Steam, but I just don't know. Like, I don't know. I guess we can jump out of this lobby real quick and go have a look. I'll be right back, Aerocrask. I don't know if you're listening to the stream right now, but I just want to go see. Yeah, I don't know what's going on right now. Infiltration, it says, is playing Universe Bear, so there's some shenanigans going on here. I'm not really sure, but let's see. It says Sarmation should still be playing Infiltration. Have they not even got to their game yet? I am really confused. I don't know what's going on. And, like, Energized and Sarmation are playing right now, but yet Sarmation and Infiltration have not played their game? Okay. Okay, I have no idea what's going on, apparently. So yeah. So we're just gonna get a game wherever we can, because, okay, I see. It's actually round 5. Okay. Still, though, there was the score for round 3 was not reported between Sarmation and Infiltration, which is why I was confused there. Yeah, okay. I think it all makes sense now. So yeah, I didn't think we'd be waiting that long necessarily to get in with Aerocrastic, but Infiltration, Universe Bear are playing right now, so we'll be able to jump in just a moment, I guess. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I didn't realize. I guess I should have actually looked at the bracket, but I don't know. I guess some people didn't report their scores, or it's just kind of a mess. Tell a little about any upcoming Warhammer videos. Well, give me just a second. I think we're just gonna. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do, to be honest, because I don't want to miss this Aerocrasta game after we've been waiting all this time. You know what? Let's just go ahead and we'll jump in here one more time. Because it looks like, I mean, I guess we could jump in on Pippington versus Crusader, but there's not actually a spectator slot there, so I'm assuming someone's already spectating that one. Halo versus Resdell, I guess we could do that. Yeah, we just need to get something going here. Let's jump in on this one. I don't know if these guys are actually in the tournament. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I've been streaming an hour, only got one game in so far, but I just, like, I guess I don't understand this bracket, how it's working, 'cause it's like we have games, like, round 5 games that are done, and like the same people have round 3 games that are not done. So I guess I misunderstood what was. I don't know if the games are going to be played out of order or what exactly is happening there, but. Yeah, I don't know what these guys are up to. I don't know if they're even in the tournament, so... Okay, let's see about this one here. Alright, Yumeis versus Kark. All right. I guess Frodo. Alright, so I think we're going to cast this one real quick. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure. I'm a bit confused by some things, but it'll all have to be sorted out before the playoff stage. But that's fine. We'll get it figured out, I'm sure. Yes, finally some battles. I know, we've just been waiting around for this whole stream. I apologize, guys, but... Yep. New Legendary Lords for the Lizardmen. I hope so. I know 3 Kingdoms going to be coming out pretty soon, so... Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Infiltration and Sarmation might still need to play their game. I don't know. Nobody recorded a score for that round, so... Let's see. Maybe they did. Let's refresh this thing. Oh, how about that? It just wasn't showing for me for whatever reason. Okay, but... Yeah. Yeah, there's been plenty of games played. I just, guess I haven't gotten to them. It's weird. Now everything's showing right. Like, before it was showing, like, the round 5 games is complete and the round 3 games is... Or, yeah, anyway. It's all good. I think we'll be okay. I should be ready to go relatively soon. I can't actually see armies, but all right. This one is Lakota Lambada, like this. Let me double check. Yes. Yep. So, hope y'all are doing well today. It's been fun hanging out, even though we haven't got a whole lot of battles in quite yet. Alright, looks like these guys are ready to get rolling. Okay. Give a little bend and a stretch. Get ready to go here. Okay. Alright. Let's do this thing. Get some matches going. Get some battles going. That's what we're trying to see, right? That's what people came to see. Got to give the people what they want. And here it comes. Oh yeah, that one makes for a great lizardman theme for sure. It's got that, I mean, Lakota, Native American tribe, obviously. But, well, I say obviously. That probably isn't super obvious for Europeans, but for Americans, Lakota is a well-known Native American tribe, I feel like. So, whoops, that's not what I meant to do. That was interesting. Anyway, let's go ahead and have a look here. We've got Yume's Dwarves, Rune Lord with Rune Smith. Got a whole line of Dwarf Warriors and a line of Thunderers. Some Bugman's Rangers with regular Rangers. So very interesting build. Quite the Dawi Daka here. We've also got one Brimstone Gun. Make that 2 up in the air. Actually 3? Yeah, 3. Wow, not bad at all. Then for Kark's Empire, we've got great swords and some spearmen mixed in the front line with some swordsmen also. Looks like 3 great cannons. Yeah, 3 great cannons. So plenty of four great cannons. Plenty of Daka for the Empire as well. Amber Wizard with on foot with Boris Todbringer. Let's see what this Amber Wizard's packing here. He's got Flock of Doom and Transformation of Kadan. So looking for some Manticore summons. Can definitely be pretty good at disrupting dwarf backlines. I do like the Manticores quite a bit in this matchup, so good stuff. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Yep. Fun. Another beautiful battle here on the Chaos Wastes. And it's an interesting matchup. Certainly the Empire has their work cut out for them. No steam tank here, which is interesting. The dwarf cannons do make good anti-tank guns, but I do think the steam tank can definitely be worth having here, if only just for the chariot aspect of it. I mean, obviously using up as much of the ammo as possible, definitely going to be advantageous, but it's interesting the balance power seems to be starting ever so slightly in the dwarves' favor, so we'll see kind of how that plays out. But yeah, it's going to be interesting having these cannons try and fire like uphill, but they are spread out all across the field, so could potentially be an interesting situation. We'll see. We will see. Got the double gyro over on the far side. Alright. And away we go. You can see the cannons. Are there 5 cannons? Okay, hang on. Cannon, Hellblaster, Hellblaster, Cannon. Okay, then. Hellblaster. Currently getting shot to pieces by those Rangers, but they're Hellblasters. Okay, well that makes this even more fun because these guys are, they're decent. They're actually more cost-effective than they used to be, but they can get some pretty good work done against those armored dwarven infantry. So let's see. Firing up and over the slope. Looks like not quite able to make good contact there. But, yeah, that's pretty unfortunate, losing this one Hellblaster right off the bat. That is a pretty expensive unit to be losing right away. So a little bit of rough start there. Nice Vanguard situation for Yume's, but Brimstone Gun's going to be moving in. They will do pretty good damage to these Great Swords, and other Great Swords getting hit by the Rune of Wrath and Ruin. So definitely focusing some damage on the appropriate targets here. But you can see this cannon side-shotting through, hitting those Brimstone Guns. But the Rangers and the other ranged units doing a great job at focusing on the artillery pieces here, and you can see Kark's having a little bit of a rough time with it because he had to deploy his artillery pieces so far forward. You know, 2 of them have already been shut down by Ranger fire, so definitely a pretty rough situation. But the Empire, we'll see if they can come back. The balance power is already tipped quite a bit, so I don't want to call it over, you know, before it's even started. But Bugman's Rangers are going to get caught by Greatswords here, which is obviously not great for them. A few of them will get cut down there, but they should be able to pull away. The regeneration means they're decently tanky. But yeah, great swords just all across the line pushing through. And and taking fire. A lot of them taking quite a bit of fire, and it does look like some Dwarf Warriors did manage to get all the way into the back line and start to shut down this Hellblaster as well. Racked up 37 kills so far, so it's definitely doing some decent work, but yeah, I don't think that's necessarily what Yume's had in mind. But these Dwarf Warriors are just getting point-blank shot in the face, maybe? That looks like it's actually going right over their heads. So an interesting situation there, but that Hellblaster is able to continue to fire in regardless. Yeah, you can see the Manticore unfortunately did get enraged, it looks like, into Dwarf Warriors here, so a little bit of rough stuff there, but so far the Dawi Daka squad holding out quite nicely despite the concerted Empire attack. But there are still plenty of great swords and other units collapsing. Gyro's back online. There's also one great cannon still online over on the far side, and it looks like another great cannon crew has rallied here as well. Going to be making their way back over to the guns, so certainly not completely out of it yet. But here comes another Manticore summon from this Amber Wizard here. Probably going to be trying to go back and disrupt some of these Thunders, but just so many Thunders here. It's making it very tough for the Empire units to make a concerted advance here. Doing a great job with positioning here, Yume's, and getting around to the appropriate firing positions. So yeah, like you can see these Dwarf Thunders here able to fire in from the side, obviously, and get a good line of sight on these great swords that are engaged. So it should be rough there, but the Dwarf Warriors actually get terrified away, so Manticore comes back to play with the Thunderers, and we'll see. Yeah, we will see. It's going to be tough, I think, but the Great Cannon crew maybe coming back. Oh man, that other Hellblaster got shut down. And I do think that Kark overinvested a little bit on the artillery there. Just was, yeah. This map, especially, because you have to either kind of make a choice. Do you want to deploy far back and then try and draw your opponent over the ridge with some other tools? That might have actually worked out a little bit better, like to deploy the artillery pieces like kind of on this backline area here, so they can then fire up and try and catch units like on the top of the ridge. But it's tough to say, certainly. So yep. One great cannon is still online though. Got a good hit on those gyros. Yeah. But I don't think it's going to be enough. There's just, the Empire forces are super tattered at this point. Pretty much all their infantry is shut down. Artillery units are shattered. The Amber Wizard getting chased off. So yeah, I think it's going to be a quick victory for the Dwarves. Relatively quick. Great Cannon crew getting compromised. The Dwarves very, very angry that the humans would dare to use their own gunpowder against them. And looks like Kark's going to admit defeat there, so well played, yeah. Frodo, that's great. Yeah, a little bit of rough stuff. I mean, obviously, only the one Hellblaster was able to really perform there. This one Great Cannon actually did do some good damage to the gyros, but yeah, that Vanguard situation kind of set things off on the wrong foot. So, yep. GG indeed. So now we'll go ahead and jump back over to Aerocrastic's game, which probably has not started yet. Oh, how about that? Infiltration still hasn't even joined. It looks like he just finished his other game, though, so okay, we'll go ahead and jump in here. Go ahead and pop this bad boy there. Oh, how about that timing, huh? Yep. Alright. Dwarfs have thick skulls, yes. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. In fact, in Blood Bowl, dwarfs even have a rule called thick skulled, where they are harder to injure because of it. So, yeah, yes. Yes, indeed. This is the head. Oh, man. Oh, that's great, Davina. Okay, so, music. One more time. And we'll pop that on. There we go. It's going to be a little loud, but that's fine. Oh, man. Yep. What a day, huh? Had a couple battles in so far. One pretty quick one, the other one was a little bit closer, but yeah, that Tomb King's Vampire Counts game we had earlier was definitely pretty interesting. So, let's see. Double check on the bracket here, if we go ahead and have a look. Pop this back. So, round 4, pretty much everyone's done except for this kind of group right here. Yep, looks like Infiltration lost to Universe Bear, so now we're going to be going to the final round of the round robin, and that will be, yeah, this one right here. Looks like we've already got some games done, like that last one. And now Infiltration. I'm gonna fight Aerocrastic, hopefully. Whoops. Super secret. Super secret, guys. That's super secret. Just kidding, not really, but okay. Whoops. Let's go ahead and get rid of that one. Okay. Alright. What else have I been doing lately? I've been playing a bit of Skyrim lately. I've been testing out a new mod loadout for a Legacy of the Dragonborn run-through. So for those of you unfamiliar, Legacy of the Dragonborn is a mod for Skyrim that basically it adds a museum that you can go to, and you become like the relic hunter, and basically gives you a place to store all of your relics, like all of the unique items you'll come across in the game. And there's like a whole quest line and system associated with it, where the more displays you have, it advances the quest further along, and it also adds tons and tons of new items, unique items, and also integrates a whole bunch of other mods as well. So it's really just a super cool mod, very expansive, and I've been having a ton of fun messing around with it. So I do think that potentially in the future you guys might see some Skyrim streams on the channel, but let me know if that's something you want to see. I know a few people on Twitter had mentioned that they were interested, but okay, let's see. I thought Infiltration was going to be popping in here in just a moment, but see if we can go find where he's at. Are they playing another game? I'm kind of confused. Did Infiltration and Universe Bear, like, have some issue with their game? Because it looks like they're playing again. Or maybe I'm just confused? I don't know. Because on the bracket, they had marked that they were done. But, yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure about that. Favorite Fallout game? Probably New Vegas, I have to say. New Vegas is definitely my favorite. For sure. Okay, let's jump in with Pippington and Shy-Tan here. Because, yeah, I want to try and get some more games in if I can, since those other guys appear to be playing. Looks like maybe Kark's in this one already, so I'm going to actually jump out. Try and get as many games covered as we can. I know Kark's actually streaming in Korean, so it's not like we're necessarily drawing from the same audience, but Looks like A-Move's around. We could jump in with A-Move Hacker, watch some more Dwarves. Whoop. There we go. Fallout's cool. Yeah, the first ones, the turn-based ones, the old school ones, they're pretty fun. They're a little bit strange, but they're definitely a lot of fun, certainly. I don't think these guys are necessarily playing in the tournament either. Interesting. Okay, so what actual tournament games do we have still? Energize versus Even Star, maybe? Jump in there. Nope. Okay. Yeah, 76 was, I have the game, but, I don't know how much I'm going to be playing it. Let's see. Battlefleet. Yes, I will be playing Battlefleet. I have been playing Battlefleet, and I will continue to play Battlefleet because that game is awesome. Yeah. Yeah, World Domination Mouse. It's, yeah. That would be awesome, certainly, but of course, with the whole Warhammer thing, I'm sure they have some non-compete clause where they can't do another fantasy IP probably for a long time. The exception to that, I would say, honestly, I don't want to hype this up too much because I don't think it's possible. But again, this isn't a game that I didn't think was possible. So, Lord of the Rings. So, Games Workshop has the rights to produce Lord of the Rings models, right? So all they would need to do is get Creative Assembly in touch with, and Sega obviously, in touch with Tolkien Estate, because they know the right people, right? They can get them in touch with the right people to work out a licensing deal. Excuse me. So then after Total War Warhammer is completely done, Game 3's finished, been out for a couple years, then this fantasy team, then they could then roll into like Lord of the Rings, let's say. I do think that that's an IP that there is some possibility of that happening compared to other fantasy IPs, certainly. But yeah, Lord of the Rings, I would love that. They would make all of the money if they did that, like all of it. There wouldn't be any money left in the whole world. Oh yeah. For sure. And the thing is, I feel like Creative Assembly with Total War Warhammer has really shown off their ability to produce super high quality work, so... Huh. Not really sure what happened there, but I guess those guys are not going to play anymore. Let's see about... Yeah. Okay, Infiltration versus Universe Bear. I think these guys are done, but let me just go double check. Oh. Oh, nope, the lobby just closed. I think they are actually done now. Okay, let's jump in with Aerocrastic. Yes, exactly, Caleb, exactly. And if that goes on for a few years, because let's say Total War Warhammer 3... My guess is probably 2020, that we're going to see that come out, probably spring or summer 2020 if I had to guess. And then beyond that, you know, maybe 2 years of DLC, so we're looking 2022. So if the show can stick around for a few years, then certainly we can... Sorry, distracting me. Yeah. I think it could be a serious possibility. Absolutely. To a degree. The thing is, depending on how much leeway Tolkien Estate is willing to give Creative Assembly, they could certainly do a lot of different things. It's not going to be as fantasy as Warhammer, but Romulan dog. But yeah, would best Sauron and Morgoth, dude. Samwise is an OG, man, for sure. For sure. Yeah, first and second age, like a first age could be potentially very interesting as well, for sure. For sure. So, yep, sorry, just checking something quickly on my phone. Just gotta text somebody back real quick, so give me just a sec. Okay. Yeah, that could be cool. Like, it's set in the Silmarillion era. Okay. Just reading what these guys are saying here. So we'll see. We'll see. As far as the playoffs go, I'm just curious to see if it's already seeded some people. No, not yet. Okay. Oh, and infiltration's here. All right. Just looking through this thing here. Let's go to the standings. So, alright, so as these guys are picking their armies, I guess we can kind of go over the standings as they are right now, considering we're getting to the final round of the round-robin stage. So, Felcon looks like he went 5-0, so he will most likely be moving on. I want to say that it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so it's an 8-player playoff, I want to say, or is it 16? Yeah, 8-player playoff, and so basically the top from these group stages will be moving on. So Felcon's already stamped his ticket undefeated, Kono as well, Mixa looks like he'll be moving on, Slade X, Rightist. From this group, we'll see. I guess Pippington still needs to play his game out, but if he wins out, he could potentially move on. Rigson looks like he's moving on, and then from this one, it does look like maybe Energized will be the one to move on, potentially, depending on what happens here. I don't know if there's like a tiebreaker or what will be the deal with that, but yeah. Yep. Pop this here, and get over here, and we're back on it. Orc boys are terrible. That's not necessarily true. They're not completely terrible, but goblins are better. Yeah, goblins are just better. Here's why. Goblins have more unit models. Significantly more unit models. And because of the way the buffs work for the greenskins, a lot of it is flat. It's not percentage-based buffs. Percentage-based buffs. It's flat, especially melee attack buffs. So, like, you put a flat 26 melee attack on a unit that has, say, 40 melee attack. The orc boys aren't that high, but bear with me. Versus putting it on a unit that has, like, 20 melee attack. You're going to be getting a lot more value from the unit with 20 melee attack, right? Because they're going to be able to trade more effectively. And, yeah, just in general, the goblins benefit more because they have more models and they have lower stats typically. They benefit more from the buffs that you can bring. And it also personally is just a personal playstyle thing. I really like the horde style of play with the greenskins, and obviously you really have to take a lot of goblins to do that. So yeah, orc boys, like a unit of goblins, regular goblins, chevroned up to be about the same cost, are like objectively better, I want to say. But yep. So, yep. Yeah, I don't know. The magic system, I think they would have to do a little bit differently. There probably wouldn't be nearly as many spells, because from what I understand, on the tabletop version of the Lord of the Rings game, there's not that many spells like that each wizard has access to, so yeah. It would definitely be different from Warhammer system though, for sure. So okay, very nice way to lead us straight into a Bretonnian match here. Beautiful song, and once again back on the Chaos Wastes. Once more unto the breach for Bretonnia versus the Dwarves. So the Dwarves getting quite a bit of representation in this tournament. They're definitely in a pretty good place right now. Dwarves very strong as a faction overall, and yeah. Here are the wastes themselves. And well, it'll be interesting. Aerocrassic's got a pretty interesting build. I'm very excited for y'all to have a look. Let's go ahead and move the screen blocker so that you can actually see it. And here we are. So, for Bretonnia, we've got Trebuchet. Just a single Trebuchet. And then foot squires, peasant mobs, in the front line with some spearmen mixed in. Solo unit of peasant bowmen. We've got 2 knights errant on the far side and a third over on this side. And looks like actually 2 trebuchets. Yeah, 2 trebuchets and 2 units of hippogriff knights. Nice, very, very nice. I like that pick quite a bit here. And then for leadership, we've got a prophetess mounted on horseback, riding side saddle most uncomfortably. And yeah, she's got Earthblood and Regrowth. No surprises there. So this should be interesting. Over on the dwarf side, we've got dwarf warriors in the front line. Looks like Belagar, Ironhammer going to be leading the way with a rune smith. Looking very swag. Got some rangers and some organ guns. Yeah, 1 group of organ guns, 2 groups of organ guns, 3 slayers in the back, 2 rangers, a couple thunderers as well. Nice balanced dwarf army. We'll see though. This is some heavy hippogriff action right here. 2 full units of hippogriff knights is going to be a lot for the dwarves to deal with. I like these guys in this matchup quite a bit, pairing them with the trebuchets, and then obviously you get the foot squires mixed in. Peasant mobs can run in there and immediately die and then run away. But oh, look at that face, man. Gross. You disgust me, you filthy peasants. Yes. It is. You are correct. Look at that beauty. Especially trebuchets with like a whole prayer written on the side too, huh? Oh yeah. Alright. What's up, Tyrone? You're here just in time for some Bretonnia. Bretonnia versus the Dawi. Tough matchup for Bretonnia. Can be, at least. Going to lob those rocks. Oh, yeah. And the game is underway. You can see the organ guns actually have relatively short range, only 300 compared to the trebuchets 440. So the dwarves are going to have to advance here as they start to get pounded by those rocks. And of course, because of the arc of fire, trebuchets have no problem shooting uphill. And a swing and a miss. All 3 shots. Good job, peasants. But, yeah, Dwarf's going to be continuing to stay on the move as much as possible. Once those organ guns move into range, he's going to be able to open up some good shots. Have to be careful. They're honestly not going to do too much damage to the Royal Hippogriff Knights, I don't think. Aerocrastic doing a good job kind of maneuvering. It does look like he's out on the extreme end of the range there, so we'll see. Organ gun doesn't look like it got a shot off before they went out of range, but maybe it did. Yeah, it didn't do a whole lot. I don't know if that actually even made contact there, but trebuchets are firing. Let's see if we can see what they're targeting here. Probably Thunderers, I would imagine, are going to be the go-to target. Yep, solid contact there. Actually gets a hit in, takes out a few unit models, about 5 kills there. Good stuff. The Hippogriff Knights did take a little bit of a hit there. Yeah, about like 2% of their HP, give or take, from that organ gun. So really not too impactful. But it's interesting to see the organ gun here rather than cannons. Obviously, cannons have longer range and typically are better against, you know, large armored targets like knights and hippogriffs and things like that. So I'm not really sure. Typically, you'll see the organ gun against more infantry-heavy factions, but certainly is interesting. And it looks like the organ gun is going to be switching fire over onto the Knights Errant, and it will be able to do quite a bit of damage to them. Slayer is also going to be moving over in response, but you can see the full surround incoming. Trebuchets hitting some Slayers in the back. The Dragonback Slayers actually getting some free damage in there. And here comes the organ gun. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. And the Rangers will be able to make some contact here, but you can see the front line engagement has got underway. Oh man, the Prophetess just ate all of the blasting charges as these Knights Errant get a nice sweeping downhill charge, and here come the Hippogriffs in the back line, going to be getting into absolutely wreck on these Thunderers. So yeah, those Thunderers are basically going to get deleted. Well, maybe not if the Hippogriffs pull away, but this unit of Hippogriffs doing some good cycle charging has taken a bit of damage so far. The Thunderers are being interrupted in the back line by those Knights Errant in Lance formation nonetheless. Looks like a regrowth going to be going down on these Hippogriff Knights, the ones that had taken some damage, but yeah, obviously the Terror is going to be actually an issue for the Dawi. Not often words you say, but this huge Alpha Strike, massive shock damage, AP plus Terror of the Hippogriff Knights can be really tough to deal with for the lower tier dwarf units. And you can see this front line of dwarf warriors has almost completely crumbled. So yeah, the foot squires having taken almost no damage at all. Here come the Hippogriff Knights once again. We gotta watch this up close, guys, because this is what it's all about right here. Oh man, I love this unit right now. And they are just wrecking through this dwarf back line, no mercy. You can see the balance power already starting to tip. And hopefully this is worth the wait. Anti-Mage, I believe you were the one that donated asking for Bretonnia, so hopefully this is worth it. It's definitely an epic battle. And the organ gun, just not safe at all. Going to get torn to shreds by those Hippogriff Knights. And the Trebuchets in the backline continuing to fire away as well. They are targeting the Slayers, which, I mean, obviously, they're not armored, but still, any damage you can do to Slayers at a distance is going to be better than fighting them in melee. So, yeah. Yeah, we do have some Dwarfs rallying here. Looks like they've got back on those Peasant Bowmen. Some Foot Squires trying to support. Dwarf Warriors, having gone all the way out here, are going to be able to get back and shut down that Trebuchet as well. Granted, it's used up about half its ammunition already, but Aerocrastic just staying patient, staying on his high-value targets here in the back line on these missile units, which are obviously the biggest threat to his Hippogriff Knights, just landing right in the face immediately, time after time, and doing a ton of damage. Knights Errant rallied here, could probably come back and shut down these Thunders. So yeah, Bretonnia winning a pretty decisive advantage here. Definitely balance power tipping pretty badly for the Dwarves, and Rune Lord, unfortunately. It's a Rune Lord, right? Yeah, or sorry, Belegar is completely surrounded by peasants, not able to escape. He's not going to take damage, but he just won't do anything. Unfortunately, you can see Knights Errant charging uphill into these miners. Interesting charge angle, but they do manage to pretty much roll up the entire unit. So, wow, that was impressive charge, boys. The Hippogriff Knights in the back line just ransacking these missile units continuously, and Knights Errant going to get a good charge here. Rangers are relatively light, so the Knights Errant will actually do very good damage, collapsing from both angles there. 2 units. And yeah, the Slayers coming in. There's Foot Squires pursuing them, though, getting free hits basically as they try and pull away. So it's not going to be the best. Dwarf Warriors quickly moving towards critical army losses. Dwarf Warriors, Dwarves in general, quickly moving towards critical army losses. Oh man, I just never get tired of watching those charges. Just, yeah, what is it, 6 to 8 just heroic hippogriffs charging in, doing a ton of damage. And man, that's what it's all about, guys. Oh man, super cool. So well played to both players. I do think that Aerocrastic's pretty much got this one in the bag at this point. So yeah, people say it's a tough matchup for the Dwarves, but take note. Take some notes. This is how you win in this matchup, certainly. And I do think that there are builds that could potentially counter this here, but yeah, the heavy hippogriffs are just, it's a lot for the Dwarves to deal with. They do have the tools, but it can be hard. And another regrowth going down there, refreshing the vigor and healing that unit of Hippogriff Knights, so they're going to be even scarier in the late game. And at this point, it's, yeah, just a few key units still fighting. Some regrouped organ gun crew here. Thunder's getting ridden down by Knights Errant. More Knights Errant coming down to finish off some tattered units, so there's not much left. Just a matter of cleaning up mostly the Slayers at this point, and a few tattered units in the back as well. But here we go. Nice kind of semi-downhill charge. Glancing those Thunderers. Getting some good work done. Knights Errant, super cost-effective low-tier shock cavalry. Only 700 points for these guys, and they are excellent, excellent units in the right situation. Even against armored infantry, though, like you saw there. Given the right circumstances, they can do some work. So yeah, Prophetess coming over, having taken very little damage, been able to just sit back and heal. Decapitating a few dwarfs there in sync. That should be it. Or pretty close to it. Belegar still holding out, and a few Slayers here and there, but yep. That's, I guess there's this healthy-ish unit of Dwarf Warriors back here that's also probably standing in for a lot of the balance of power, but man, it's super close to critical army losses at this point, so fun, fun. Yeah, Hippo's MVP for sure. Absolutely. Yeah, Trebuchet's accuracy is pretty terrible, so if anything they hit is good, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, fun stuff. Fun, fun stuff. If I had to pick a low-tier chaff unit, what low-tier chaff unit would I be? I'm gonna go with the zombie. Because being a peasant would be terrible. Being a Skaven slave would be terrible. If you're a zombie, you're not sentient. You're a automaton, right? You're not even a person. So, yeah, I'd probably go with the zombie, because you wouldn't have to suffer as much. But, great battle there. Holy cow, those hippogriffs. 84 and 103. Absolutely just wrecking through. The Foot Squires also did quite well. 104, 135, 37, 54. Good stuff. Knights Errant cleaning up quite a few kills as well. So overall, this build from Aerocrastic worked excellently. And Infiltration, definitely able to get some good work done against like the Peasants, for example, but just getting his missile units compromised so hard was really rough. 94 kills on Belegar is not too bad, though. Even if they are just filthy peasants. So, yep. Fun, fun. So, let's go ahead and get this over here. And we'll go ahead and refresh. And double check. I think at this point that we're going to be moving on to the playoffs, I want to say, but... Playoffs have not been seeded yet, so we'll kind of hang out for a minute here as they finish up the last few. Man, that was a good one for sure. That was a fun one. So I've probably got realistically about an hour-ish left, maybe a little less. But yeah, I'll be streaming for maybe about another hour or so. We'll try and get as many of these games of the playoff as we can, and then I'm gonna be taking off for the day. So thanks all for joining. It's been a lot of fun so far, even if we have had a lot of waiting time. Not the end of the world. It happens sometimes. So, yeah. Lean back here for a minute. Just kind of relax. Hope y'all are doing alright. Yeah. Yeah. Thoughts on Elder Scrolls 6? I don't know. They're making a game called Elder Scrolls 6. That's my thoughts about it. So no, they just I don't really want to speculate too much, and honestly, I'm not super impressed with Bethesda right now. So for me, Starfield's going to be coming out first, right? So we'll kind of wait and see. I'm taking the wait and see approach with Starfield. I don't know that I'll pre-order the game necessarily, but I mean, I guess I could always cover it on the channel. But still, yeah, we'll see how Starfield is, and then obviously at that point, then we'll be, who knows, they may or may not show off more information about Elder Scrolls 6 at that point, but yeah, it's a thing. They're making it. They did say they're making it, so, yep. Yeah. Yeah, I've actually been considering downloading that Elder Scrolls mod for the oh, thanks Grant, $5. Thanks for the hours of entertainment. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm glad you guys find it entertaining. I'll say that. For me, like, I originally started this channel mostly because you know, when the patches happened for Total War Warhammer, you kind of lose your replays in a way. You can't like go back and watch them right after the patch has passed because it's all desynced and the game's different, and the replay won't be the same. So originally I had started the channel just to upload my own replays to have a place to watch them later, more or less, and if other people found it entertaining and so on, that was great. And it ended up growing a lot faster than I had expected, and I had so much fun with it. So yeah, I'm not necessarily in it for the money, but at the same time, if I can get to the point where I'm doing this full time, I would be super happy about that. Absolutely. So yeah, Duncan, we'll see. I hope they don't rush it, but yeah, Starfield is what I'm a little bit, I don't know if I would say more hyped for, but I'm certainly more intrigued by, because it's something new, right? It's more Bethesda, but in a different setting. So we'll see. It could be interesting. Although with them going head-to-head with CD Projekt Red on Cyberpunk, I don't know that it's going to go super well for them at the end of the day. So we'll see. But yeah. Let's go ahead and refresh this. Let's see. Double check here. There might actually be some battles still left to play, so maybe we can jump in for one more. Go to round 5 here, see if there's anyone still. There are 2 games still yet to be played. And I believe they are both currently going, so yep, we're not missing anything. 76 was developed by a different team. Yes, you are correct. Yep. We'll see, Duncan. We'll see. I've kind of, yeah, Bethesda's basically descended into like EA level trash tier, so yeah. Yeah, I'm not, sorry, I'm not, probably going to be buying too many more of their games, I'll say that. But yeah, 2077, spoiler alert, this may offend some people. I don't actually like The Witcher 3. Like, I like the series as a whole. I don't hate it, but just The Witcher 3 wasn't my cup of tea. I think Geralt is kind of boring. And nothing against like his voice actor or anything like that. I just think it's the way that he was written and kind of the way he was intended to be portrayed is that he's supposed to be kind of boring. And but at the same time, he's also like this male fantasy badass. So I don't know. There's just kind of some incongruity there, and yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of The Witcher. And the other thing too is that, you know, everybody and their dog told me that I have to play The Witcher. It's the game of the generation. You have to play it. You're not a real gamer if you don't play The Witcher. Basically, which kind of turned me off the game a little bit. And then I've watched a Let's Play of it. Gopher, some of you may be familiar with his channel. I did watch his Let's Play all the way through, so I know the story. The writing's good. The storyline's good. A lot of the characters are really, really excellently written. I just also wasn't a huge fan of the combat system. And generally, when I play RPGs, I prefer to create my own character rather than use someone else's, you know, kind of stock character. So, yeah. Yeah, it is certainly a well-made RPG game, and I will say the writing in it is top-notch. The writing, the world-building, the graphics, all super top-notch. And the combat system, I know some people love it. It just doesn't look like it's for me necessarily, but yeah. I hope so, Tom Pugh, but I bet it'll be the opposite. Something tells me it will be, I don't know, maybe not, but I will say, though, the perk tree system in Skyrim has allowed some people to create some awesome perk overhaul mods. Like, I use a mod called Ordinator. It's a perk overhaul mod. So, Megafish with €5 coming in. What units for the Old World factions would you like to see added in Game 3? Ooh, that's a good one. So, let's go through. Empire. I guess we can kind of go through this in-game while we're waiting around here for the playoffs to get started. So, Old World factions. So, Empire. Well, first things first is I would like to see Midland fleshed out as a faction. I would like to see Knights Panther as like Midland's version of Reiksguard. I would like to see Knights of the White Wolf as like a separate, you know, kind of unique unit. Rather than getting Flagellants, they get Knights of the White Wolf. They would be an AP unit of Cavs, similar to Questing Knights for Bretonnia. And then maybe Huntsmen as well, just another archer unit. Maybe you add in like an engineer, an Imperial engineer as another support, a ranged support type hero. Because the Empire doesn't have a ranged support type hero, despite the fact that they have one of the strongest artillery corps in the game. So yeah, I would like to see the Empire Master Engineer as a hero choice. Let's see. Yeah, Carmine Dragon. What's her face? That lady would be cool. Other legendary lords, pretty much any legendary lord for the Empire would be cool. For the Dwarves, I don't know that there's actually anything missing. I mean, there are some meme artillery pieces, like the I forget what it's called, the Slayer one that like throws axes. What is it? The Troll Hewer, Goblin Hewer, something like that. That could be interesting. It could be interesting, certainly. One thing I would love to see is a gyrocopter mount for the Master Engineer, so that you could kind of fly him around as like the captain of the gyro squad, have him buff up your gyrocopters. I think that'd be super cool. Moving on. Green skins. Similar for the Engineer, I want another mount for the Goblin Great Shaman. I want an Arachnarok mount. It's a thing in tabletop. And I don't think it would be that hard for Creative Assembly to do. So yeah, Goblin Great Shaman with an Arachnarok mount. In terms of Greenskin's units, they actually aren't lacking too much in terms of their actual units. What they are lacking is weapon variations. So like Black Orcs, for example, had a rule on tabletop where they could literally, each battle round, they could pick which weapons they were equipped with. So, in other words, each Black Orc is carrying around a choppa, a shield, a big choppa, like the great weapon basically, and an extra choppa so they can go dual hand weapons, right? So what I would like to see is maybe 1 to 2 more variations of Black Orcs. One of them would be a defensive Black Orc. Black Orcs with hand weapons and shields have higher melee defense, probably not as high as they would be like Chosen, but slightly more offensively focused than Chosen. Chosen with shields, that is, and then maybe the dual weapon variant could probably have anti-large, since both the Orc Biggins and the Savage Orc Biggins that have dual weapons also have anti-large. So maybe you make the Black Orcs with dual weapons your most expensive, but they're also, you know, they wouldn't have charge defense, obviously. They're not a halberd unit per se, but they would have bonus versus large. That's pretty much it for me for the greenskins, though. It's mostly just that. Some more troll variations would be nice as well. I know there are some troll variants that are missing from there. Vampire counts have way more than they need, so I'm going to skip them. Norska needs more legendary lords. Like, they need more lord selections in general. So what I would like to see is a generic Famir caster lord, a lord choice for Famir that was also a caster. I would also like to see just more legendary lords in general. Surtha Ek would make a great legendary lord. I'm going to have a whole pitch video for Surtha Ek coming up soon. But in terms of their units, I mean, obviously they don't necessarily have a tabletop roster to draw from, so I don't know what extra units you would add per se, but I think really just the lord choices is what Norska needs more of the most. Bretonnia could use maybe some more lord choices as well. It's tough without, because there's not really any more units, again, from the lore that they can, or not from the lore, but from the tabletop they can necessarily add. But a unit kind of like Aspiring Champions that's like 15 dismounted knights, dismounted Grail Knights on foot that are basically like mini paladins that can support leadership with Encourage, similar to how Aspiring Champions would for Chaos. They would also have very, very high melee defense. They'd be basically like dismounted Grail Guardians, like very defensive, you know, sword and shield, area of effect leadership buff. They would be immune to psychology and have Blessing of the Lady, and probably be immune to vigor as well. Beyond that, I'm not really sure. Again, maybe a couple more legendary lords. Bretonnia, it's tough. Wood Elves, again, more legendary lords. And I kind of feel like I'm repeating myself, but yeah. What's her face? The Butterfly Lady, the Twins, they would all make good choices. In terms of their units, again, I'm not super familiar with the Wood Elves roster, and I do know that they're a little bit of an older army. I don't know that they actually got a book in 8th edition, so yeah, not a whole lot to add for the Wood Elves. The Beastmen, I want more big monsters. I want Gorgon, Jabberslythe. I know that's probably unrealistic, but a Doom Bowl for a Lord. Like, I want more big stompy monsters, because it seems kind of silly to me that one of the most monster-focused factions in the game really only has 2 single-entity monster choices, and one of them is shared across several other factions as well in the Giants. So, yeah, Gorgon, Jabberslythe, Doom Bowl. Please, CA, please. Also, a generic goat hero, like a more of a support hero, because Gorbel's a world beater, but if we could get a more of a support-focused hero, that could be pretty cool as well. You know, like a Wargore or something, I think is what they're called. Like a scaled-down Beast Lord, basically. Like a Beast Captain, if you will. But, yeah. Yep. Is that all the old world factions? I guess Warriors of Chaos. I'm gonna give Warriors of Chaos a pass, because I think they're gonna get a lot of stuff in Game 3, and they have a lot missing as well, so we'll kind of have to wait and see on that. But can I sing you Happy Birthday, Ryan? I don't know if I can sing on stream. Oh, man. Yep. Gorgon and Marked Gores. Marked Gores would be cool, too. Like, you know, Corn Gores, Slam Gores, that kind of thing. I think that'd be awesome, for sure. But okay, let's check this bracket here. And we're still waiting on a couple, I think, maybe. Let's see. It looks like all the games are done being played, so now we just gotta wait for the playoffs, right? Let's see here. What about Beastmen Legendary Lords? Yeah, they definitely need more Legendary Lords as well. The Brass Bull, of course, fitting along with the monster theme. Torox the Brass Bull, he would be my go-to. Because a Minotaur Legendary Lord, heck yeah. I think we all want that, right? So, yeah. Yeah, that would be the main one. Basically, I just want each faction to have 4 Legendary Lords, at least. So, Chaos, Sarthrel is a Legendary Lord, even though he's not playable in campaigns, so he kind of counts. Beastmen have 3. They could use 1 more, and they could use generic Lord choices as well. Maybe just generic Caster Lords. Wood Elves have only 2, so they would need 2 more. So you could do Ariel and maybe the twins as their own, or you could do the twins as 2 separate ones that are kind of meant to be played in co-op almost. That could be fun. Let's see. Bretonnia has 3, so again, they would need 1 more to bring them up to par. Norska only has 2, so they need 2 more. Again, Sertha Ek for Legendary Lord. 2019, rather. Vampire Counts have 17 Lords, so they're good. Greenskins have 4. Dwarfs have 4. Yeah, pretty much everyone else is in line with the 4 Legendary Lords. Yeah, Boris is not technically playable either, but he is Legendary Lord, so. Goros, the thing is, isn't Goros like super old? Isn't he from the lore from like way back in the day? I don't know. I'm not super familiar, so. Okay, should I go interrupt Romulan Dog in Shetland? Hang on, give me just a sec. Okay, I'm going to go grab a drink of water 1 more minute as I just chat with Shetland here, and we're going to get this next round rolling in just a moment, so bear with me just a minute here. Let's go here. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, so apparently I did not read this appropriately, and the playoffs don't start until a little bit later on. So yeah, let's do this. I'm gonna open up a lobby here, and we'll get like 1 or 2 more battles in, and yeah, we can get a couple more. All right, so let's change this over, and the game is going to be called Dwarves. Password's 321. So first come, first serve, and we will play 1 or 2 games, and then I'll call it a stream. All right. I believe it, Slade. I believe it. I believe it. Hop on in here if you want. Lobby's open. Might not be able to see it, but... Okay. Let's see. Anybody want to jump in? The name is Dwarves. Password's 321. You might need to add me on Steam if you can't see the game. Sometimes if you're in a different region, it will not show up for you, and then you'll have to add me on Steam. Yeah. So if you can't see it, feel free to shoot me a friend request. Ah, Caleb the Nomad is on his way. Perfect. Perfect. I'm going to be going with my beloved Empire this time, so... Let's see. Oh, we got Kark in here, huh? Oh man, Empire versus Wood Elves, huh? Alright, let's have some fun here. Let's have some fun. Alright. Ah, greenskins, huh? Okay, okay. I can roll with that. I can also roll with that. Oh, nope. I guess Kark decided to bow out. No worries, man. You could have stayed if you wanted, but that's no big deal. Oh, here we go. Kark is awesome, man. He's one of my favorite players to watch. He just plays all out, and I love it. I love it. I'm not gonna lie. I am American. Yes, I am. But Kark is. I don't speak Korean, but I also love watching his stream, even though it's in Korean. I can't understand most of what he's saying, but it's still super fun to watch. So okay, Megafish is gonna come in here. Maybe I'll have to switch to Midland just so that we have some color variation, but yeah, we can do this. We can do let's do Blood Pine Woods. Yeah, Blood Pine Woods looks like fun. And we'll hit him with a bit of this and a bit of that, as they say. Get some stuff going here. Let's grab this and that, and a little bit of this. And we'll get a couple of these. lads. Oh man. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. Okay, let's have some fun. This is just for the memes, right, guys? Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Okay, and then we'll come in here and grab these bad boys. Let's see if we can kind of make this work a little bit better here. Let's see. This should be fine. Let's actually do this. Nope, that's too expensive. Ah, yes, I have achieved a €0 spend. Oh yeah, it's a Normandy flag. It's yeah, from Normandy in northern France, which, I mean, the kings of England were Norman for a long time. The whole, 1066 Hastings thing. So, yeah, it was the flag of the Crown of England for a while. But yeah, got it in Normandy. In fact, Normandy is one of my favorite places I've been to, I have to say. Just a beautiful region. Beautiful region, excellent food, wonderful cider. The cider was, oh man. I'm not a big drinker, but that hard cider was quite good. Quite good. So, yep. Okay, speaking of music. Normies. Oh yeah, and we also better move this bad boy. So yeah, should be getting underway here shortly. Got an Empire Civil War going on, so it should be a lot of fun. Got this little orc encampment here. Probably some good loot in there somewhere. Maybe not, but... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go. Alright, so, good old Boris with his stuff. Okay, so we can kind of spread these guys out a little bit here. Whoops. And we'll get these guys spread out a little bit as well. You guys can come over here. Okay. And then we kind of line the Free Company up like so. These guys in group 2. Let's get Manticore Lad in group 3. Run him over here. Let's get Captain and the Knights in group 4. Whoops. And then get the Free Company in group 5. Da, 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 da. Maybe. Let's do this. Nah, we'll keep you guys in that grouping. I think we'll be fine. All right, let's do this. Oh, here we go. Here we go. What's he got there? What do we got? Oh, we got a Hellstorm. Okay, time to assault the hill position, boys. Let's get you guys going here, here. You can start scouting the woods. What do we got here? Archlector, Light Wizard, plenty of Flagellants. Ooh, ow, that hurts. That hurts a lot. Hopefully our cannons can get in range and start working on him a little bit there. If not, we could always throw Manticore Boy over there. Not seeing anything in these woods, so I think so far so good. Oh, looks like I missed some Outriders with grenade launchers. That's fine. That's fine. We'll do this. You come over here. We can follow up here and just, oh, face full of fire. That's not good. Okay, we need to be advancing. Get in here, get in here. Micro's a little bit sloppy, but that's fine. We'll be fine. Some free company repositioning here. You can get back up in the air. Let's go ahead and start dropping some shots on those guys. You guys can come back here. You guys can come back here. Boris needs to get back up in the air. He's currently netted, which is not the best. Let's come over here. Drop another Manticore summon. Just a minute. Meanwhile, we can throw a Flock of Doom on that flat blob right there. Okay, move it aside, move in the side. Let's get that Manticore summon going. You guys can just start firing uphill. Got some good free company fire coming in there. Boris is able to catch those guys, so that's great. We got the Demigryph Knights on the Reichsguard, so far so good. Oh, let's go after that that Light Wizard. Come on, get back up in the air. I believe. There we go. Manticore's got him down. And you guys can now pull back. Can get disengaged there a little bit. Let's put all you guys on guard mode so you'll keep firing. You guys are now rallied so you can come back. Okay, Boris is on a wild goose chase, so let's bring him back. Nice Flock of Doom opportunity right there. Get some good fire from those Free Company there. Let's have Boris come drop that Arch Lector. Oh, got a little bit sloppy and lost my wizard. That's fine. Okay, you guys are going a little bit far here. Okay, focus fire there. Okay, looking good. Try and go finish that Arch Lector. Get Boris back up in the air. Okay, you guys can come around here. You guys can push through. Boris should be fine to take that fire in his face for a minute. Yeah, he'll be fine. Okay, now that you're ready, we can drop down there. Let's get you guys coming back around here to finish things off. I think we pretty much got this on wrap. Ooh, that nice little animation there just helped Boris dodge some of those shots. I think that pretty much should be it. We'll see, but it certainly looks like it could be the end. Okay, let's get the Free Company all redeployed over here. There we go. Free Company getting some shots now. Getting Empire leadership taken care of. Yeah, that's it. Clearly, Ulrich is superior. Clearly. Alright, now let's finish off these Sigmar Sons. Oh, yeah. Man, those Free Company, that was quite the bloody battle, but Free Company just pushing through super hard. Let's see. Yeah, 68, 58 kills, 69 kills. Yeah, good stuff. Those Demigryph Knights got some good work done, too. Alright, fun. I'm going to save that one. Woohoo! All right, fun. Well played. That was that was wild, man. That Hellstorm. I thought I got a lot more kills than that, but yeah. Sigmar's Sons did quite well in that front line. So did the Greatswords. Reiksguard cleaning up a whole bunch of kills, but yeah, 64 for Boris, 41 for the Amber Wizard. Unfortunately, we can't see the Manticore's kill totals, but yeah. I think I'm going to go ahead and call it after that one, folks. I know I was thinking maybe one or two more, but yeah, GG, man. That was super fun. So, tomorrow I may or may not be streaming something or the other. Maybe some Battlefleet Gothic, maybe some Skyrim, maybe some Civ 6. Yeah, man, that Boris is just super tanky. He's just super tanky. But yeah, fun stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you like this sort of content, and if for whatever reason you're not subscribed, be sure to go ahead and subscribe. Just kind of as we're fading out here, I'm going to go ahead and give some quick shout outs. So let me go ahead and open things up here. So yeah, quick shout out to all my patrons. We've got Anti-Mage, Chase, Classics Abridged, Max, Mikhailo. I'm horribly butchering that, I'm sure, so I apologize. But Prussian Warfare, Sean, Steven. Yeah, thank you all for your support. You guys are super awesome. And as well, of course, let's look through the super chats here. So if we go to let's see. Just wanted to make sure I thank all the people who had donated on today's stream. So yeah, Megafish, thank you for your donation, and thanks for the awesome battle as well. That was super fun. Grant E, thanks for your donation as well, and of course Anti-Mage doubling up with on-stream donation as well. So thank you all so much for your support. It's been absolutely awesome. You guys are the best. Just truly super honored to be a part of this community. So thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah, we'll catch you on the next one. See you later.